Here's Aston Villa's big January transfer player that we're heading our way for, and that is Olympique Marseille's very own Morgan Sanson. The French 26-year-old has been in fine form ever since he joined the club from Montpellier in 2017, has made 156 appearances, scoring 25 goals and assisting a further 22. Today we're going to cover all the details that is surrounding this transfer. We're actually not going to go over how I would fit into this Aston Villa team. I'm saving that for another video, probably coming out tomorrow or the day after that, or when it gets announced. Hopefully when it gets announced. Please, Dean, please, man. But, yeah, it seems like it's going to be a perfect fit, and I'm going to be covering all the reports, all the details, all the competition, the price, all of that in today's video. It's probably going to be a shorter one, only probably 4 or 5 minutes long. But I wanted to get a video out covering Morgan Sanson, especially because I haven't uploaded in almost a week. Been busy, and now I'm going back to school. You know, in person, it's gonna be rough to upload, but I'll get it done. Let's go. So, whatever happens, it does look likely that Morgan Sanson will leave Marseille, unfortunately for Marseille fans, this January. Looks like it's going to be to England, including Andre Villas-Boas, the Marseille manager, has even come out and said that Morgan Sanson is likely to leave the club and that he attracts interest from England due to his characteristics. And right now, the only competition we have is West Ham is the main competition as well. Arsenal have been linked with him in the past, but it's been spotty this January. We're the main club that's been linked with him, especially today. More reports coming out that we're in advanced talks. There's also reports saying we've begun talks. So we're probably in a middle stage because these reports typically scatter. But there is a very reliable source on Twitter who I've seen saying that we have begun talks. There's no deal agreed yet, but it looks like it's going to be around 15 million. And we see that the agreement is pretty reasonable, £15 million for a player of that quality, and that our transfer director, Johan Lange, is completely behind the project. So that's very good to hear as well. So it looks like all the details are pointing to a possible January transfer, but it's going to be probably 13 to 18 million pounds, maybe towards the 20 million pound mark, because this is Marseille's star player, and this is going to hurt Marseille. I hate to say it, but he's kind of the heartbeat of their team, and he's a player that's going to come into this team, and he's going to provide competition, and he'll likely see Conor Hourihane unfortunately leave Aston Villa. I do like Conor, but he's probably going to go back to the Championship with someone like Bristol City. He's been linked with there in the recent weeks as well. But it also could spell the end for Marvelous Nakamba if we do decide to keep Douglas Luiz, because Morgan Sanson is a very versatile player. He can play as an attacking midfielder, the main role he's played this season in a 4-2-3-1 system for Marseille. He can play as a central midfielder, and he can even play as a defensive midfielder at times as well. Now, what this means in terms of all of the Aston Villa players currently, it could mean that we're not going to go in for Ross Barkley on a permanent basis. It could mean that we're preparing for the loss of Douglas Luiz. It could mean a lot of things. But we just don't know that. That's all stuff going on behind the scenes. For me, it probably seems the most likely that it's just going to be competition and that we're going to sell one of Hourihane and Nakamba. To be honest, we're probably not both Premier League quality for where we see ourselves going in the future. I do love them as players, and as they both seem like good people as well. Marvelous Nakamba, especially, and Conor Hourihane, all great lads, but they're not quite up to the standard of the rest of the team, because we're going places, probably European football this season, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, 20 million pounds maximum seems like a bargain for me. But if we're going to lose one of our players due to the arrival of Morgan Sanson at Aston Villa, I'd probably rather it be Conor Hourihane than Marvelous Nakamba. Not because I think Hourihane's worse of a player than Marvelous Nakamba, not because I think Nakamba's a better player than him. I think they're actually quite even in terms of efficiency and effectiveness on the pitch in their certain roles. But I just see Morgan Sanson is more a like-for-like player for Conor Hourihane, whereas Marvelous Nakamba is a deep-lying midfielder who's not going to create chances. He's not going to score goals. He's never scored a goal in a Villa shirt, of course, but he does his job very well. He stops chances. He intercepts passes. Not the greatest passer overall, but you can slot him in there in the 86th, 85th minute, and he's just going to do what he does. He's just going to intercept passes, and he's always ready for Villa. He did a great job when he came on for Burnley when Douglas Luiz had that red card. And he's always ready. He's always fit. He's a player that runs around. He never seems to get tired, really. And he's just a great squad player to have, and he does his job very well. He doesn't complain about not getting starts. He's got a great personality, and he's great in the dressing room from what we've heard from Dean Smith and all the players. So I'd personally rather keep Marvelous Nakamba over Conor Hourihane. Sorry, Conor. I do love Conor Hourihane, of course. I've said that, but I'd just rather have Nakamba just for the effectiveness of the team. To be honest, this one just screams a Dean Smith signing to me. A versatile midfield player who's good with the ball at his feet. He loves to take players on. He creates chances. He scores goals. He's a pretty good goal-scoring midfielder. I mean, 25 goals mainly from the number 8 role for Marseille is very good. And obviously, he's playing in the Champions League this season. He did play in the Champions League with Marseille. But I think he will view this as a step up, as we're probably going to be in the Europa League, hopefully at least again, fingers crossed. But we're high flying in the Premier League. We're still 11th place in the Premier League, and we've played like what 3-4 less games than everyone. And Man City coming up, he won't feature for this game, and he probably won't feature next week. But if we can get an announcement, maybe by Friday, that'd be amazing. And we can I'll have a video, welcome to Aston Villa, Morgan Sanson, what a offer to the team, all that good stuff. But that's basically going to do it for today's video. I just wanted to give you guys all the details. All the signs point to a very, very high likelihood January transfer for Morgan Sanson to Aston Villa, to Bodymoor Heath, to the lovely Birmingham of England. But that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you all have enjoyed it. I hope you all have a great day. And remember, up at the Villa. Also, subscribe and like the video.